Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Klesha Nashaya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Dear devotees, with the grace of the Bhagwan Sri Krishna, divine knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita and blessings from the Guru Maharaj, in a highly auspicious time, Bhagwan Sri Krishna's cosmic energy, cosmic power, divineness, at the moment presence in this earth. 2 days ago, we celebrated the Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, birth of the Bhagavad Gita, where the Bhagwan Sri Krishna has said, that my heart is into the Bhagavad Gita. That means that Bhagwan himself in the Bhagavad Gita. Now, when we say celebration of the Bhagavad Gita, that what is celebrating? So, one celebration it called the symbolic celebration, which is we perform once in a year, and we celebrate to celebrate a day. Another celebration is the celebration of the principles of the Bhagavad Gita, which implementations into our daily life. While Bhagwan Sri Krishna wants us to celebrate Bhagavad Gita daily, every day. And that is why he has given us this treasure of the upliftment. One who really follow the Bhagavad Gita and live the Bhagavad Gita, they will understand what the treasure they have it. Materialistic treasure is something which is we can survive. So for example, somehow we got our ancestral wealth, which is our ancestor has left for us in a will. After me, this person will get entire property and everything. That we got. Now, when we said we got that ancestral wealth, now what is our duty to do with that ancestral wealth? So our duty is that we should uplift ourselves and our next generation. In the same time, we should increase the wealth from where they have left it. And if we don't do, and if we think, yes, we are having enough, my grandfather has left lots for me. My next 3 generation, 4 generation will be survive without even earning single cent. So I don't want to do anything. So it's fine. That is your choice. You can do that. But what is the loss is? Your loss is you become a non-productive personality, lazy personality. You lose your all entire intelligence and intellectual. And no matter how much wealth ancestor left for you, even if you think it will be help to survive 3 generations, I have seen the cases within 20 years, everything is zero. Leave the 3 generation stories out. And after 20 years, very same person who was thinking that, I will live my life entire luxury in the luxury, after 20 years they're thinking, now must I do the job or not? Because they never looked after and maintained the wealth or hard work or dedication which was given, which was provided by them ancestors. Because wealth in the life doesn't come without working hard, dedication and intelligently. So somebody have worked hard, somebody have intelligently put the money together, somebody has used his dedication to give you what you have it. Now if you don't justify by using in called the wisely, then you will lose very fast than it's supposed to be. And that happens. It's nothing new. I have seen many cases. And it happens if you look surrounding. And not going so far. Go 50 years back history, 60 years back history, 70 years back history. You will see if you recall yourself, that person in that time, in apartheid time, and nobody had a property in their own name. That person had a 10 property in that street, in particularly amongst our Indians. It's like become a history because Indians was powerful that time, business, corner business, and that person had a 3 shop, 4 shop, 5 shop. But imagine now that we just recall ourselves. One of the person was wearing the white suit and having the buttons with that gold button. Those days it was that time in South Africa, where the button, shirt button, coat button was made with the gold only. I have heard that history as well. Only gold button. Leave this, today is a Chinese plastic. But that time was a pure gold button here, right through. Today you don't even see them generation where they are. Today you don't even see where their name is, who they are, who they were actually in them life. Subject I want to make it here is treasure. Bhagavan Krishna has given this treasure to us in the form of the Bhagavad Gita, divine treasure. If we keep uplift, if we keep maintain, if we keep sustain this knowledge, then we will be benefit. But if we said, yes, Krishna Bhagavan has given me, let me put it in a right material and put it in a prayer room, we're going to lose that. And once we move away and when we lose that treasure of that divine knowledge or divine cosmic power, then eventually ultimate lost is our generation and next generation. Because there will be nobody there to make them understand what is the value of life, which is we are seeing in these days. While Krishna Bhagavan, look at this now, let me just put you in a different way, in a picture, different understanding. Who is the Krishna? Krishna is a someone who can make you understand who you are. If I look at that way, it's called a psychological counselor. In these days, very common we are hearing stress, depression, anxiety. Common word. Every second, third youngsters, every fourth generation, fourth person will say, I'm very under tremendous stress. I got anxiety. Oh, I'm in depression. What you doing? What responsibility you carrying? What duties you following? No, I'm working. Okay, then? No, I got wife, I got 2 children. Then? That's it. Do you have a house where the 10 people stay in the same house, which used to be 30 years ago? Your grandfather, great-grandfather, including your father, used to stand in the shop till the 10 o'clock in the night, and 5 o'clock again morning they used to open the shop. From 5 to 10 every day, 7 days a week. Take care of the whole 10 family members in the house and educate all the children. What stress level they had it. You don't even have to look after your own parents in these days. Live 10 people. What stress you talking? What anxiety we talking here? End of that, either you're going to perform or not, your boss will definitely give you salary. That your check will come on 25th. Where your grandfather or great-grandfather, no matter how sick they are, if they don't open the shop, in the evening there is no money. Because purely entire survival on the business. What level of the stress they went through, and what level of stress we going through, compared to that generation and this generation. Subject I want to draw it attention here is, Krishna Bhagavan is psychological personality who can understand what do you want. And that is why Bhagavad Gita is very important, that the pressure, stress, anxiety and depression, 4 things, pressure, stress, anxiety and depression. All 4 things Arjun was facing before the war started. Tremendous pressure to performance. Remember where the stress starts. When you take the pressure on you, okay, now I have set my life a bar, my life status in this level. Now you're taking the pressure on yourself. Okay, now I have to maintain that level of who I am. So that's where the first step of the stress starts. And now that stress turns into the anxiety. Will I be able to give a justice to this performance? Imagine now you're going in a big corporate meeting. 10 company CEO front of you sitting there. And then you're going to represent your company and you want to convince them, okay, they must invest in your company. And you is only the general manager of the company, not even CEO. And because of your level of the performance, your company has selected you to represent your entire company who have more than 3,000 employees. And all 3,000's future depend on you, and you going front of the 11 people to represent your company. Imagine now how much stress you're going to be. And it's tend to be anxiety come. Because there's lots of responsibility on your shoulder. Slightly you get depressed too. That's where the Gita comes. War is not what Arjun and Duryodhan face it in the battlefield. The battlefield and war we face every day, every morning, and every occasions in our life. How to manage the situations and circumstances based on your best capacity, intelligence, intellectual, and your own set level of the responsibility. Because you are a responsible person, that is why you're getting that responsibility on your shoulder. Because Arjun had a capacity to handle that war. That is why he was selected to perform that job, not anybody else. Because that's only one person can do the job. Bhagavan Sri Krishna knew that part. To face the Bhishma Pitamaha, to face the Dronacharya, to face the Kripacharya, to face his own guru and senior personalities. Who can handle that? And will they going to be respect that person? Imagine now if it was not Arjun and somebody else. Front of the Dronacharya, if it was Panchal Naresh, who was at the time his friend but become an enemy, Dronacharya would have killed him within a minute. Arjun was his Shishya. And Dronacharya knows what skill Arjun have it. And that is the pressure Arjun was facing in the battlefield. I have to perform now. There is an entire dharma, entire world, entire universe, dharma, responsibility now is on my shoulder. Imagine now. It's called the Dharma Yuddha, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre. This war is all about the dharma. What is your dharma is. And that's why the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna in chapter 5 says here. I haven't even started the verses actually. It's called the Karma Sannyasi Yoga. Your karma is your dharma. Your karma is your dharma. So what is your karma, Arjun, telling you to do? That you must do under the following the dharma. And this is what we got as a treasure in our life. So today we're going to be just go through the verses number 12, chapter number 5. Yukta karma phalam tyaktva shanti mapnoti naishtikim ayuktah kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate. Yukta karma phalam tyaktva shantim mapnoti naishtikim. Ayukta kamakarena phale sakto nibadhyate. So, let us understand this basic. In this world, there is a two type of the karma, sakam and nishkam. Sakam karma, which we perform under our kamna. What is our kamna is? Our desire. What do we want? I'm doing my job, end of the month I must get salary. So I'm working to get the salary, that is sakam karma. Imagine now if someone tells you, okay, you work for me, okay, I will not pay you. What you will do? You will say, okay, how about my survival? Then survival comes what you earn based on that. Now when we say what I am earning based on that my survival, but then where the Bhagavad Gita come in? Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, don't worry, leave it everything in my hand, I will take care of you. So boss will tell you, okay, look, you are followers of Bhagavad Gita, so you only work for me, let the Krishna Bhagavan to give you a food. What? Is that right things? No, it's not right things. Sakam karma is there's a reason behind it to perform that karma. Now here is a nishkam, that is nishkam karma Bhagavan is talking here. So we don't have any desire behind it to perform the karma. Now when we say no desire behind it, that means say if you do the seva means we do the charity, we help the people, we uplift the people, we guide the people, we do many things in the sense. Now, while we performing those karma, if we expect that that person will come and will give me a tag and title, that this person has helped me to uplift myself, then bottom line is that is become a sakam karma. And that sakam karma is bind us. While the nishkam karma, where we say it was my duty to help you, I helped you, and then I turn around it and go finish. You do your job, let me do my job, finish. So nishkam karma comes with based on the internal our sanskar. When we say internal sanskar, which is, I don't want anything, I don't expect anything. And very few people can do that. Not everybody. And who are those few people? They are the one who understand the concept of the karma, niskam karma concept. Niskam karma concept is something which is don't give you a recognition. Niskam karma concept don't give you a tag. Niskam karma concept don't give you a title. Niskam karma concept don't give you any kind of the name, fame and success. And that implement to you in your work as well. Many times we said, why this happens? So in the workplace, many times people says, no, I have helped that person. And now, but that person is not even recognizing my help. But why are you helping? You want recognitions to get tag and title from that person, or that person go to your boss, say, look, this person helped me. Then you get promotion. So that is become a sakam karma. So any outcome from that, negative outcome, you also have to face it for it. Negative or positive outcome. The concept, Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, karma yogi, who want to receive the Bhagavad Prapti. Bhagavad Prapti means to receive that cosmic energy, cosmic power, and feel the cosmic aura of the divinity from the universe. When I talk about the universe, in this universe there is lots of energy. The problem is we're not feeling those energies. Why we're not feeling those energies? Because we already has absorbed so many different another energies in our body and mind. That is why they're not allowing us to feel that extra cosmic energies. And to accept and absorb the new, fresh cosmic energy, we need to find those places where we can absorb and accept those energies. And what are those places is? The first is place of the worship. Second is a place of the nature. And third is a place of within you. Now when we say place of the nature, I will give you example, simple example. In the morning, if you wake up 4 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock, in your house, you wake up in the morning, house means home, say home, in our home. We play music, we play bhajan, we play satsang, we think, everybody, 10 people think, so entire home is full of the thoughtful energies with different kind of the feelings. I'm talking about the 4 o'clock in the morning. As soon as you wake up, your brain start working, everything. Just like your machine operating straight away. In that time, open the door. Come out. When you come out, see the universe. Means when as soon as you open the door, that 10 seconds of the peace which you're going to face it, that is you connecting yourself to the nature, which is that same peace not exist in the house 4 o'clock in the morning too. Which is the 4 o'clock in the morning, that same peace exists outside the world. In the nature. Nature tells us. Moon power. Trees calm. Sea calm. Everything calm. And then when you reach the further down, talk to the tree. Go to the tree. River. Ocean. Because they are the symbol of the Nishkam Karma. Tree always grow to give a fruit to somebody else, not for himself. Not only fruit, shadow and everything. Rivers always flow to give a water to the people, not for themselves. Everything. It's called the Nishkam Karma. And that is the nature teach us. Secondly, connect yourself. Energy which exists within you, you just need, what we're doing is suppressing that cosmic energy by allowing the extra energy through our senses. And then if we change the concept of the controlling the senses, then that suppressed energy will be higher. And that suppressed energy, once it's become a powerful and active, that's where your Nishkam Karma will start. And then when I talk about the place of the worship, is one of the place which in these days people don't go. Many people has misguided, no need to go to the place of the worship. And I always says, biggest mistake in our Hinduism we're doing is, we're encouraging the people not to go to the place of the worship. Remember one thing, I'm talking about the cosmic energy today. And simple example I will give you. Each place have its own power. Imagine now if 10 by 10 room you sitting in the 10 by 10 room. And if I tell you can put the 5 kg chili, red chili, and that and then grind that 5 kg red chili without wearing the mask, what will happen to you? As you grinding that red chili ingredient, that alone will create that much energy you can't even sit in that 10 by 10 room. Red chili is not a jeev. Red chili have no life there. But that things contain that power to make you feel uncomfortable. In 10 by 10 room, that much, that as you grind, that create that entire environment with full of the uncomfortable situation. If that 5 kg red chili can make you uncomfortable, imagine now in this world how many kgs a negative mindset exists in this world. How many personalities who sitting with lots of jealousy, lots of enviousness, lots of negativity, lots of hatred, and lots of kind of the things, and you are the one amongst them is only tiny personality who went to absorb positiveness. But you don't have a power to absorb, because outside world is your corporate, like work world, house world, is full of those things. And your mind and your body need that power. And from where you're going to get is only a place of the worship can give you that peace, that calmness, that upliftmentness, which is you looking forward. That's why I mentioned the Krishna Bhagavan is biggest psychologist, who understand the brain of the people and what do you want. And that's why the Bhagavad Gita tells us what you're supposed to do. And that what you're supposed to do and what you're doing is opposite. And that is why in these days we are facing problems. We are facing difficulties. That's why I gave examples. I did not give any example from the stories, anything, because then stories become a story, but you can recall yourself 60 years ago life and 60 years later life. What we was in a 60 years ago and 60 years now. The life was 60 years before was different, and life 60 years later is now. We have a far advanced technology, modern facility, modern lifestyles, everything. In those days, I remember, I'm not 60 years old, but I'm talking about 30 years in my life. In those days, we used to go 5 o'clock in the morning to go out to get the 1 liter milk in those days it was a bottle, glass bottle, milk, fresh milk. You stand in a queue and then buy that. Today's milk coming at your doorstep. 2 years ago, leave that 20 years and 30 years and 40 years story. 3 years ago, we used to go out to buy the grocery. Today's groceries, all the shopping center, the business, they're doing the home delivery. No matter which brand you mention, go on app and order it, they will deliver to you. 3 years before, I'm talking, in the 3 years, what world has changed? You don't even have to put your foot outside, everything at your doorstep. And 3 years ago, you have to walk outside to get the grocery, to get the vegetable, to get your clothing. Everything you have to go outside. Today, you don't need to go outside. How much fragile life we have created ourselves for it. And what we doing, if we going to ask, despite all that heavy, the shopping lifestyle and everything, and despite all those things, we used to find a time to visit the place of worship. Today, grocery coming to our doorstep, and if we ask them why not visiting place of worship, I don't have a time. Honestly. If we ask, do you go for the shopping? No, I order online. It's fine. So everything coming to your doorstep. So what you doing with your time? You're wasting your life. You're wasting your time. And that's why I started with the mentioning about the treasure which Bhagavan Sri Krishna has given us. Time treasure, facility treasure. Everything is, but yet we don't find the time to visit the place of the worship, to connect ourselves to the nature, and to connect ourselves. We are only using the time to passing the time by involving into many non-productive and non-important activities. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Krishna is telling Arjuna, look who you are. Look what you can do. Today's universe looking upon towards you. When we also have to ask ourselves, universe is looking towards upon me. What I am doing for the universe. What I have played a role for the universe. What I have done for the universe. Universe does not mean that we look upon in the sky and stars and everything. Universe means surrounding people who we are. How many people I have uplifted? How many people I have educated? How many people I have made or empowered? If someone says, but I don't have a skill, that is one of the worst things to speak in the life. In this world, every single human being is a skilled human being. No one is born without the skill. And for better you to understand is, in this day, in this sporting field, it is called the Para-Olympic. If you have heard that Para-Olympic. Para-Olympic means all the physically disabled personalities, they play Olympic. They do the racing, they do the hockey and all those things, and they win the medals too. Skill, everybody have a skill. And that skill, how we are giving back to the universe. And then my Guruji used to tell us this. Always he used to tell us one thing. He said, and then in the form like this. So what happened when, in the olden days, if you know the schooling system, in the schooling system it was class captain, means and we used to say class monitor. So out of the 25 children, the teacher used to select a one person, you are the class captain. Means in my absence, you will be manage and maintain the peace or dignity of the class. So that's how it was olden days. In these days, I don't know if it exists or not, I'm not sure, but we remember that time. Now, when the selection happened of the class captains, I remember then in our ashram, after selection happened, the class captains, then all the principals of that call all the class captains into the one room with the teachers, and then tells one thing with our Guruji, said, you are the representative of your class. That your Guruji has shown faith in you, you will give a justice to his name. Now is responsibility on your shoulder to how to maintain peace of that class. And if you fail that, means you're failing your Guruji, not yourself. And that's something which is always my Guruji used to tell us. Bhagavan has selected you to uplift so many people's life through your knowledge and skill. And if you don't do, then you are giving injustice of the selection of the Bhagavan. And then you will bring the down, not your name, but your own Bhagavan who has selected you, who has shown the faith in you, that you can do it, and you did not did that properly with appropriate justification. And this is what something we all doing in this universe. Bhagavan has selected all of us to do something good. But we're not doing that. Why are we not doing that? Because we look our self-interest first. We look ourselves first. And that is why between the universe and the Bhagavan, you are the one. As a captain of the universe. Because Bhagavan physically cannot come here to teach hundreds of the people, thousands of the personalities. But you are the amongst one who followers of the Bhagavad Gita, who has selected by the Bhagavan. And then if you don't do that, that means we are not giving a justice to the Krishna Bhagavan. And that's why Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Sakam and Nishkam. Sakam means kamana. Every single karma we perform, if we have a desire behind it, that leads us to the karma binding. And Nishkam karma, every single karma we perform without desire, that leads us to the non-karma binding, means those karma will not bind us. And if the karma don't bind us, that means we are opening the path of the salvation. And that is why it called the moksha sannyasa. 18th chapter is called the moksha. The salvation means freedom. Freedom comes when you get free from your all the desire. And then desireless life, that means we ourselves don't involve in any kind of the expectations from anything, from anyone. And that's where the things going wrong. We expect, when I'm going to get old, my child will look after me. I'm just giving an example. And then after, when the child don't look after with some reason, then we get disappointed. Why we have to be disappointed? Let him to live his life, finish, patiyu. But now we expect, we grow that child with the expectation that the child will definitely look after me. And then don't look after, then we feel, then we cry and we, whatever other story starts, okay. And then, at that age, we're supposed to be uplift ourselves through the Bhagavad Karya, through the Bhagwan Naam, and then we more involved. Hey Bhagavan, my son did to me, my children did to me these things. At this age, I have to go through this. Arey bhai, muko nahi aa raha hai. Leave it now. How much burden you will take it on your brain? It's done, but expectation, something which leads us toward the disappointment. Any expectation we do in our life, any karma we do under the expectations leads us towards the highest disappointment. Without expectation, any karma we do leads us towards the highest level of the peace and calmness and happiness. Because something which we did not even expect it. Imagine now if we say for example, we traveling with something and we going, say, okay, I am going there to do my job. Say for example, you going to the head office at the workplace, and you do not expect it, what will happen. You're just going visiting to your colleagues and everything. And when you visit and then your general manager calls you and you look, now you are being promoted and now you are become a manager. What feeling will come in your heart? You did not expect it that going to come, but it comes. So this is something which is we must learn. Don't expect, let him to decide. Everything will come on our way with right time, with right place, with right person. And that's the Bhagavad Gita. So what will happen basically today, in person Bhagavad Gita is the last day. Virtual Bhagavad Gita, I will try my best to be happen through the virtual platforms till the January 16. I think till the January 16 there will be only virtual Bhagavad Gita, and after that in-person Bhagavad Gita will start for rest of the year. But in these 4 or 5 weeks, I will try my best to put it virtually. I'll come online on YouTube and the Facebook from next week. कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरे परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। We'll do the आरती now. सांझ पड़े दिनयाथ में चकवा चकवीरो, चलो चकवा क्या जय सांझ पड़े मत रोय। गौरी पूछे गोरिया कौन भले रो देश, संपत होय तो घर भला नहीं तो भलो परदेश। तिमिर गयूं रवि देखता कुबुद्धि गई गुरु ज्ञान, संपत गई अति लोभ से भक्ति गई अभिमान। अभिमानी कुंजर भयो लियो अपने सिर भार, ताके जमरा कूट से जमलो डुगड़े लुहार। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। ओम जय काना काड़ा प्रभु जय काना काड़ा, मीठी मोरली वाड़ा मीठी मोरली वाड़ा, गोपीना प्यारा ओम जय काना काड़ा। कामण गारा कान
પ્રભુ કામણ વહુકીધા માખણ ચોરી મોહન માખણ ચોરી મોહન તિત ચોરી લીધા જય કાના કાળા નંદ જશોદા ઘેર વૈકુંઠયું તાર્યું પ્રભુ વૈકુંઠયું તાર્યું કાલિયા મર્દન કીધું કાલિયા મર્દન કીધું ગાયો ને તારી ઓમ જય કાના કાણા ગુણગણા तुझ पार के में नहीं आवे प्रभु के में नहीं आवे नेति वेद पुकारे नेति वेद पुकार पुनित सुंगावे ओम जय काना काड़ा ओम जय काना काड़ा प्रभु जय काना काड़ा मीठी मोरलीवाड़ा गोपीना प्यारा ओम जय काना काड़ा ओम जय काना काड़ा ओम जय काना काड़ा कपूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्द्रे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष मङ्गलाय तनोहरि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते नारायणी नमोस्तुते। श्री राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। जलेन शुद्धीकरणं कुर्यात् देवतानामभिवन्दनं स्थापितदेवताभ्यो नमः। निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि निराञ्जनं समर्पयामि। आरार्तिक्यं समर्पयामि यश आरोग्यप्राप्त्यर्थे स्वात्मानामभिवन्दनं पात्राद्वैः हस्तं प्रक्षाल्य श्रीरामचन्द्रकृपाळु भज मनहरन भव दारुणं नवकञ्जलोचन कञ्जमुखकर कञ्जपदकञ्जारुणं कन्दर्पयगणित अमितछविनवनीलनीरजसुं पटपीतमानौ तडितरुचिशुचि नौमि जनकसुतावरं शिरमुकुटकुण्डलतिलकचारु उदार अङ्गविभू आजानुभुज सरचापधरु सङ्ग्रामजितखरदूषणं भजु दीनबन्धुदिने सदानवदैत्यवंशनिकन्दनं रघुनन्दयानन्दकन्दकौशल्यचन्द्रदशरथनन् इति वदित तुलसी दास शङ्कर शेषं रञ्जन मम हृदय पासकुरु कामादिखलदलरं। सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय। गणपति महाराज की जय। विघ्नेश्वराय वरदाय सुरप्रियाय लंबोदराय सकलाय जगद्विदाय नागाननाय श्रुतियज्ञविभूषिताय गौरीसुताय गणनाथ नमो नमस्ते। गणपति महाराज की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय। श्मशाने स्वाक्रीडा स्मरहर पिशाचा सहचरा स्थिता भस्मालेपं सृगपिनुकरोटी परिकरम् अमङ्गल्यं शीलं तव भवतु नामेवमखिलं तथापि स्मर्तॄणां वरद परमं मङ्गलमसि। उमापति महादेव। राधे कृष्ण भगवान की। कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय। शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं લક્ષ્મીકાન્तं કમલનયनं યોગવિરધ્યાનગમ્યં વંદે વિષ્ણું ભવભયહરં સર્વલોકૈકનાથં વસુદેવં સુદં દેવં કંસચાર્ણુરમર્દनं દેવકી પરમાનંદં કૃષ્ણં વંદે જગદ્ગુરુम् આકાશાत् પતિतं યોऽયં યથા ગચ્છતિ સાગરં સર્વદેવો નમસ્કારં કેશવં પ્રતિગચ્છતિ મુખં કરોતિ વાચાલં પંગુલંઘયતે યત્કૃપાત્વમહં વંદે પરમાનંદમમાધવम् ત્વમેવ માતાશ્ચ પિતા ત્વમેવ બંધુશ્ચ સખા ત્વમેવ વિદ્યા દ્રવિણં ત્વમેવ સર્વં મમ દેવદેવં ગુરુર્બ્રહ્મા ગુરુર્વિષ્ણુ ગુરુર્દેવો મહેશ્વરં ગુરુર્સાક્ષાत् પરબ્રહ્મ તસ્मै શ્રી ગુરુવે નમઃ અસદગિરિસમં શાદકજ્જलं સિંધુપાત્રે સુરદુર્વર્ષાખાલેખની પત્રમુરવિ લિખદયધિગૃહીત્વાં શારદા સર્વકાलं તદપિ તવ ગુણાનાં ઈશપારં રાધે કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન કી જય 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 જગદંબે આદ્યશક્તિ ભવાની મા અંબે માત કી જય નમો દેવ્યૈ મહાદેવ્યૈ શિવાયૈ સતતં નમઃ નમઃ પ્રકૃત્यै ભદ્રાयै નિયતાં પ્રણતા સ્મતાં વિદ્યુદ્દામ સમપ્રભાં મૃગપતિં સ્કંદસ્થિતાં ભીષણાં કન્યાભીકરવાલખેટવિલસહસ્તાभिरासेवितां हस्तैश्चक्रधरालिखेटविशिखांश्चापं गुणां तर्जनीं बिभ्राणां मण्डलात्मिकां शशिधरां दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे अम्बे मात की जय आशापुरी मात की जय महालक्ष्मी मात की जय ओम राधे कृष्ण भगवान की जय कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय बालकृष्ण भगवान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय गणपति महाराज की जय ओम नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर ओम नमस्ते अमारा हो प्राणदाता नमस्ते अमारा पिता माता भ्रात नमस्ते महादेव जोड़ित विहस्ते नमस्ते प्रभुजी नमस्ते 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 जय श्री कृष्ण।